My name is Dr.Cecily Ommeh, and I'm an animal biotechnologist, specifically a molecular geneticist based at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology at the Institute of Biotechnology Research. We were really keen to understand the different types of coronaviruses and other viruses that could be present in Kenya, mostly in wildlife like bats and rodents, and also livestock like camels, because we believe that this interaction of human with wildlife and livestock in the recent years through agriculture intensification and also deforestation has really brought that close interaction that has exposed humans to viruses. So our collaboration has been very successful because we've been able to train several students at PhD and MSc level. And my role in the research really was to supervise students and also help with the study design of what we really wanted to do, so that we are sure that the research questions were really answered from a scientific point of view. And I'm really happy to say that that research in the Virologica Sinica was able to answer some of the hypotheses which we've long been having, that the close interactions of humans, not only with livestock but also with wildlife like bats, has really brought humans to be in close proximity of viruses that some of these bats could harbor. And the paper especially identified some 3 groups of viruses: the astroviruses, caliciviruses, among others, which might seem really just common viruses, but you really never know about their future role as maybe bringing out a health issue. What I can say, Asia is very similar to Africa, both in the ecosystems and also the rapid urbanization. We were able to have students collect samples in Kenya and go to the laboratory at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, which is really world class. Because they have biosafety level 4, biosafety level 3, biosafety level 2 laboratories, where our students were able to be trained. And of course, they produced very good publications. The capacity building, the knowledge exchange has really been a win-win situation, because Asia and Africa, we are really facing the same issues that has come with rapid urbanization. We really noticed that the rapid deforestation really led to habitat loss of these bats. And we noticed that more and more they are living in close proximity to humans. For example, you'd find them perched on trees near hospitals, in major towns, near hotels. Some are also living on roofs of houses, because their natural habitat had been destroyed. So what happens, some of the samples we were collecting, like the fecal materials, when we tested, we were able to get some positive for the virus. And you'll find that even for you to interact with a bat, it doesn't have to necessarily bite you. The feces just needs to drop into your food, or the urine needs to drop on you, or you just need to get exposed to some of this material. And then when we test genetically, we see that the virus has jumped from the bat into you. So yes, the rapid urbanization that has led to deforestation is really making these bats not really have a home. So they are moving really in close proximity to the humans. What I could advise policymakers, especially in Africa, is to come up with long-term studies, twofold. The first is to try and do research using a One Health approach on wildlife and humans, and see when we live next to wildlife or livestock, is there any virus that can jump to us? The second, which is my opinion as a molecular geneticist, when you look at the hypothesis of most of these viruses, it's hypothesized that they jump from wildlife, and if you scrutinize a bit more, you'll find it's humans who are consuming the wildlife. Is it possible we can try to domesticate some of the species that are common with people? So then we stop people from hunting them in the wild and exposing themselves. Another way also, as a molecular geneticist, I would recommend looking on research just to look for heat stress genes among livestock or drought tolerant genes among plants, because we are really facing climate change. And climate change is one of the drivers, by the way, of also these viruses thriving. So if we can be able to really get some of these resistant genes, so even if we want to do afforestation, then we use species that are already resistant to drought. And also animals, it's about time we really thought about keeping animals that are resilient to the climate and also to some of these diseases. And there really has to be an investment on research, especially in Africa. We need to know that to address the issue that we are having, we have to deal with the root cause.